Normally when video game information has been leaked, we get the atmosphere of excitement. People are happy. But this is certainly not the case with the reveal of the Xbox One. So for those of you who don't know, the Xbox One reveal was last night, and in it they had a little segment about the Xbox Connect 2.0. And this has really provoked some concern within the community, and not even just the community, but just people in general, people who are aware of social issues and problems that could arise from this whole situation. So I'll give you a little backstory. Basically, the Xbox Connect 2.0 is going to have the ability to listen in on everything you do. There's going to be a microphone in it that is listening 100% of the time. If you do not have it in, it will not work. The Xbox will not work. It must be attached into your Xbox. This has inspired a lot of concern, a lot of trepidation, because people don't like to be watched. People don't like invasions of privacy, and that's a natural human instinct, and that's exactly what Microsoft is doing when they're implementing this technology into their Xbox. It is an invasion of privacy. People will feel like this is an invasion of privacy. However, I feel like Microsoft is not doing this to invade people's privacy, right? What is Microsoft? Well, Microsoft is a business. Microsoft is a company. And what is the sole motive? What is the initiative of companies? To make money. And what are they going to make more money from? Are they going to make money from finding people's information? Or is Microsoft going to find money? Are they going to make money from putting out a good product, a good service that their consumers can buy? They're going to make money from a good product, okay? Microsoft isn't in the business of privacy, of snooping around. They're in the business of money, okay? And when people say, oh, they're making it to be, so they can get money from people. That's not the case. Or sorry, not money. They get people's privacy. That's not the case. That is not the case. Microsoft, I feel like their intentions are good. They're not bad. They're not trying to rip people off and get all this stuff. They're just trying to make money because they're a company like every other company out there, like Apple, like Kellogg's, like whatever the heck. So with that being said, let's get into this a little deeper. So we've established that Microsoft is just a company. They're not trying to make money. They're not trying to get your privacy. They're trying to make money. But this is still an invasion of privacy. They claim that, people, they're not going to be listening in on everyone. They're not going to be doing whatever. But the fact that something is listening in on you 24/7, just imagine this. You're downstairs with your girlfriend, parents are home alone, whatever, is going on. Do you really want something listening? Even if it's not no one's listening on the other end, it's just listening for you to say Xbox on. Do you really want something listening? Does that not just feel a little bit creepy to you? I work at a golf course, and I work in the back shop, and there they have 2 cameras. And these cameras are for security purposes. However, they are on all the time. So when I'm working, I am under constant surveillance. Now, the guys in the pro shop, they don't really care, and they're not really like, oh, Smitty messed up. But I'm under constant surveillance. And for me, I don't like it. I feel a little uncomfortable knowing that people are watching my every movement, Like, what if I do something stupid? What if I pick my nose because it's itchy? That's a very insignificant detail, but it makes me feel uncomfortable that somebody's watching me. And that's only at work. I can understand work because obvious security reasons, right? That's not a big deal to me. It makes me feel uncomfortable, but I understand. But to put this up to your living room, put this in your living room where you are constantly being listened to. Do you want that? I don't. That is scary. That is really scary to me. And maybe you're still like whatever, it's just listening for Xbox On, right? That's all they're listening for. That's what they say. And I'm sure it's true, and that's just to make your experience on your Xbox One better, to make it the best possible that Microsoft can deliver. But let's consider this. If we allow devices into our living rooms that are going to listen in on what we say and what we do, where will the line be drawn? If we let this in, what else will be let in to our homes? Okay, all right, first it's just an Xbox. Hey, we just want to know, we just want to know what's going on. And then, maybe they get a new update where it's the video all the time, and they want to, they just want to get your, habits, so they know how they can advertise to you better, because, they just want to make more money. And then let's say now TVs get them. So pretty much everybody has this, this camera and this microphone. So now you're basically under, everybody's under constant surveillance. Well, that's a little weird, but, because we're letting all this happen and no one's saying anything, it's going to continue. So I don't know, what next? Homes must have camera surveillance in them? Does that not sound a little George Orwellian to you? A little 1984? Yeah, it fucking does. And that's scary, okay? That scares the hell out of me. To think that, all right, first of all, we're just an Xbox, yeah. But where is the line drawn? When does it say, where do we say enough's enough? We don't want all this personal, privacy going out. We say it right now, okay? Because yeah, I know this isn't really that big of a deal yet because it hasn't transpired into anything. But if we let things like this into our homes, more things of this nature will come, and that is not good. The dystopia that George Orwell created in the novel 1984 was one of warning to go against totalitarian government. And if we continue down this path, that's what we're heading for, okay? We can't allow things like this to happen. We cannot stand for it because that is insane. It is insane to think that we can just let this into our house, It's scary. It honestly scares the hell out of me to think that this could eventually happen. If you've read the novel 1984, you know what a shitty place that is, right? No privacy ever. That's basically what the book is about, the implications of a totalitarian government, and eventually it goes to constant surveillance 100% of the time. And it's a fucked up place, okay? So, that's not good. That's not good. And this is what we could lead into. George Orwell created this book as a means as a defense against this concept. And I mean, personally, I'm really glad that a man like George Orwell wrote this book because there's so many people out there right now who are against this. And you know why they're against it? They're against it because of George Orwell. They're thinking, this reminds me of that book that George Orwell wrote that I read in school. They're reminded of this because of George Orwell, which is an amazing thing because, I read the book 1984 and I thought, yeah, it's okay, it's interesting and we are in an age of surveillance, more so than ever before. But would that really ever happen, And I'm looking at it now and I'm like, God bless the man, George Orwell, because he wrote something like this as a means for if this ever happened, which is something which could potentially happen in the next 20 years, as a defense, because people are educated about this, and there are so many people out there who know, no, we don't want this. This is a bad thing. No, this cannot happen. And like I said, thank God. But the other thing to take into consideration here, and here's some more, I guess, reassurance that this isn't going to happen, is think back to this. Microsoft is a company, and there's all these educated people out there who are saying, no, we don't want this. And what does Microsoft want again? Microsoft wants money. And if there's going to be something in their system that is going to, drive off potential business, potential consumers, they are not going to implement this in, or they're going to make an option that it's not automatic, not all the time, because they don't want the opportunity to lose money. I've personally I've thought about this over the last day. You know what? I don't know if I want an Xbox One if it's going to be fucking listening to me all the time. Even if it's just listening for those words, I don't care because it's just so it's just scary. It just frightens me to think that that could happen. And Microsoft won't do this because if they are going to lose money over it, it's just, why would they, right? So that's good, right? It's not going to happen in the sense that what they've said right now, because there's so many people out there just protesting this, against this 100%. There is no way they will do this, because the ramifications could be potentially company ruining, honestly. Like, really, I'm serious. So it's not going to happen. They may implement something like this, but they're going to change it. I promise you that, because they just don't want to lose money. And that's how businesses work. So guys, I know I normally don't make videos about this, but when something this insane comes out, I just feel a little compelled to do something, because I do have a decent background in this. You know, I've read the book and I did a lot in my English class. So, I know a bit about it. That's really all I have for you today. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something from that, and, really got a hold on this whole situation. My final words are: the novel 1984 was written as a warning against totalitarian government. And if we continue on this trend, this is what's going to happen. So keep your mind out, think about things. And yeah, guys, I don't know. I want to end on some philosophical question, but I don't know. I think everything was said there pretty nicely. So, please drop me a like, because I do feel like I put a lot of effort into this video, finding things and all that stuff. So guys, have a wonderful day, and stay smart. Peace out.